Happy holidays, everyone. I'm Angie McMann, and thank you for joining me at the Don't Poo-Poo My Woo-Woo channel. The decks I'm using this month for December are the Ask Your Guides Oracle cards, the Earth Wisdom Oracle, the Vice Versa Tarot, and Crazy Sexy Love Notes. The candles I've chosen, the colors coincide with the moons for this month. The purple candle for the Sagittarius new moon, asking for deeper spiritual knowledge. The yellow candle represents the Gemini full moon, which is about excellent communication, asking for wisdom, and being more sociable. The white candle, as always, I'm asking for purity and truth. This is the last month of the universal 5-year. We can say goodbye to this 5-year. Fives have been big changes, big shifts, major decisions. It's been a pivot point for all of us. Hopefully we've all moved forward and haven't stagnated. This is an 8 universal month. The 8 represents an executive number. It's about action and ambition. Strength and power. It's a time to focus on money, on your goals, on manifesting wealth. It's energy expended equals rewards. On December 3rd, we have a Sagittarius new moon. Sag is about freedom, adventure, being optimistic, traveling. This is a great moon to try something completely new and be adventurous. On December 18th, the full moon is in Gemini. It's time for change, being spontaneous and flexible, being sociable, but take caution. It is not a time to be impulsive. So consider all your options. Ready for December, Aquarius? Let's go. I'm sorry I have to shuffle. These are double-sided cards, and double-sided cards, I just can't choose them and put them face down for you. So I figured you'll forgive me. You'll let me shuffle. This one fell out, so that's will be week 1. So that's weeks 1 and 2 for December, but let's check out the overall message Spirit wants you to have for December. And down here in the corner is a crazy, sexy love note for you. I figure what better month to use them in than the holiday season, right? For love. So your love message for December is make waves. It's your turn to make a splash and rock a few creaky boats. Don't be afraid to get wet. You may fail, you may look foolish, or you may make people think in a new way. Every great trailblazer and change maker made waves. You're no different. Boom. Oh, Aquarius, shaking things up, huh? Life of the party, shaking things up. Okay, so your overall message is compromise, master teacher. So for you, whoever you're struggling with, it's time to compromise a little bit. I mean, not at the expense of your overall future, but it's time to consider what you are a part of in that problem. And you have joy. So in doing so, you're finding your joy. This month is going to be about joy. So compromise is on the table here as you being a master teacher. This is showing you that, but you live by example and other people are watching. And whoever you are struggling with, please let me say, I have this strong feeling coming all the way up through my core, not at your expense, but a little compromise is necessary. Okay. So week 1, we have the reverse knight of Swords. So this is to me a backup card. This is saying the Knights are bringers of something. They're bringers of news. They're charged, right? They get things done. But the Knight of Swords is cerebral energy, so that going, whole hog, and your mind could be racing, and having new ideas. This is the reverse. So in other words, step back, try and stay calm. If you notice, this person is in this beautiful field of green. There are flowers. It looks like the most gentle of days. And with the compromise here, this is back up, calm your mind, more so than anything. Calm your mind. You have an 8 here, which is an executive number, which is I go to the word mastering. 8s are mastering things. You know what to do when you're working really hard and you're owning it. So this 8 of Wands is reversed as well. And I'm going to the book for this one because I know this has a more powerful message for you than I can just read it. What I'm feeling on this, because it's the reversal of the 8 of Wands, is to pull back. But I wanted to go to the book to be clear. So it says, when you get this side, something you sent out into the world is coming back at you. If you have been careful to only put out energy and activity that you would like to receive, then you don't have anything to worry about. But if you have behaved unethically, whether through word or deed, fix it fast, or Pegasus will fix it for you. There's Pegasus up here. I hope you can see that. So it looks like, Aquarius, you know what this is for you. Something in your life is a challenge, as is clear with the compromise card. You are supposed to be joyful. None of this is ever, Spirit never wants you to be unhappy. So, but take a step back and think about what's going on, and then fix it. If you're doing something wrong, make it right. And this guy here is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is basically everything that you've worked for, your fate. It's your fate. And either you're working with your fate or you're working against your fate. And again, if you're struggling, you'll know it. Your body will tell you to. I think when we're not doing our life purpose, or we're not fulfilling our life purpose here in this meat suit, we have problems, we have physical issues, we're always unhappy, we have depression. So here it's asked you to fix something. So this is going to be more of the same, right? You want that wheel to turn, you want that wheel to change, you want to move forward. So this is just asking you to check yourself and move forward. And you can fix it. And there's your joy. I mean, December should be very happy for you. Here's the 3 of Cups. And this is the 3 of Cups reversed. And I had to check on this one too, because I wasn't quite sure what this depiction of this particular card meant. Apparently, when it's in forward facing, you should celebrate your beliefs, you're with your people. There's a purpose for celebration. Here it is literally saying, just find your friends and enjoy, which goes back up to the joy card. This is just celebrate life. Okay, you don't even need a reason. Find your friends and celebrate, which I love the reversal of this card even more in this deck after having read that. Aquarius, just in other words, have fun. Have fun. So this is the King of Pentacles in reverse. And since he's reversed, it means that the King of Pentacles usually has everything in order. He's reliable. Others rely on him. But this is reversed, which would tell you that it's time for you to take that same effort that you put out into your world and put it back into your own personal world. So turn it back on yourself. Make sure that your focus is on your needs. See, all this wonderful stuff is here. Behind him, he's looking at an ox, which, to me is a symbol of strength. But you've been the symbol of strength for everyone else, Aquarius. And now it's time to sit still and take that same effort and energy that you've put into helping everyone else with their material stuff in their real world and put it on yours. And here is the balance card. This is the Two of Pentacles. And this guy, if you look at him, he's actually, we can see, this is reverse Two of Pentacles. We can actually see people in higher stations. They're looking down, watching him perform. So I'm getting a message for you specifically, Aquarius, those of you in the work world, or if you're trying out for, I want to say, a play, or you're a musician and you want to audition for something. This is saying do it now. This is actually a do it now, even though it usually means balance. I'm getting more drawn to these people, looking down at them. This person is performing, showing these people who are watching what they can do. It's time. It's time for you to elevate yourself. It's time for you to take that next step into what it is you want. So especially here where Spirit's asked you to think about what you're doing that affects others, and start working on your world and yourself, and make those waves, because whenever we start taking care of ourselves, it usually affects other people, because you have to put their needs aside. And Spirit is saying you need to do that this time, Aquarius. It's time for that promotion. It's time to make life what you want it to be and get in front of the right people, because it looks like you're going to have the opportunity to be seen this month in December. So for the second half of December, all right out of the gate, it looks like in week 3, you're going to want to get some quiet time. Here's the Hermit card popping out on you, saying your inner light needs to shine, but you need to be following you. What other people do right now, Aquarius, I know you want to help the world. You're a sign that wants to be important to the community. You want to be important to the people in your circle. But this card is saying it is imperative that you get that quiet time, and so your light can shine. Because if you don't, see this guy here, we go over to the Seven of Pentacles, and he's looking at this bush that has all the pentacles, the coins are on it, they're growing, but it almost looks like the tree is dead. Okay, without this inner peace, without this quiet time, you are going to feel like your tree is dying, like everything that you've worked so hard for, it feels like it's going to shrivel. You still hold the shovel. You still have the ability to change all of this. And here's the Ten of Swords. This guy is down and out. Every single one of these swords. It's a cerebral. Remember, swords are in your minds, in your headspace. This knight is on the ground with 10 thoughts, 10 negative things, 10 bad feelings in his body. We got him pinned down. So this is why you need this time, so that you don't turn it into being completely destroyed by your own inner monologue. Okay, this is no one else. This is you, because you've got you and you've got you. And this is the work in between. Okay, don't let your tree of abundance die because you didn't take the time for self-care, just for mental well-being, right? Spirit wants you to have joy. So this compromise as a master teacher, you were meant to be a master teacher on this planet, is also saying if you compromise on the time you give to other people, that's probably more so. These two hands joined. Compromise on when you extend your hand. When do you spend the time? Here's the Four of Cups. Again, coming off the Ten of Swords, when you have a week like this in week 3 where you need that quiet time, you might be feeling, and here's what I'm getting off of this. You're going, I don't even care. And this is the holiday season. This is heading into January. You don't want to have that week going, I don't care. But if you do, know that you'll be pulling out of it, because here's the Six of Swords, and that's a beautiful moving away, moving out of it. So kind of expect to crash after the holidays, I just don't care anymore. But acknowledge it, because here's the Hermit, and you have that. If you get this time, this quiet time, you will be fine and you will move out of it. And here's the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles forward says that you're large and in charge. You've worked for things. You're feeling the loveliness of all of your efforts. It's the independent, happy woman card, honestly. It doesn't, not that you have to be female. It's just the independent, happy card, right? You're happy being independent. So oddly enough, I have to go to the book for this one, because this one I've never seen before. All right, this deck is a little complicated. So I'm going to read this for you, Aquarius. When you get this side of the reading on this card, there's a good chance that your solitary retreat will be interrupted, perhaps just as you are feeling most sensitive and in need of seclusion. Remember that you have a choice. You don't have to be hunted as a hawk or pursued as a dove. Boldly choose to say yes or no to companionship, always trusting your intuition. And that's probably the compromise in your time. You really don't want to be, even if you're interrupted, you can choose whether or not you let that person, that people, that job, that phone call, put it down. This is actually Spirit telling you it's time to put it down. Right? Make those waves. Make people realize that you're the one in charge of this. They don't get to tell you what you have to do. And that is how your December is going to go. That's how you're going to find your joy this month. By realizing that, everyone else's expectations are not important anymore. Right? And you move out of that. I really hope you listen to Spirit this month, Aquarius. It's important for you to get that downtime, that quiet time away from other people, so you can think, and you will see your joy. And just don't let these swords, those thoughts, those negative things, or all those worries pin you down. It's unnecessary. Okay? Well, I wish you the best holiday, and take care of yourself. Get that quiet time, Aquarius. And I really hope to see you back in January. Take care.